Hey everyone, it's Kim here. Welcome to my channel, Never Too Late. I am here today with a What Sold video. I am a reseller on multiple platforms, eBay, Poshmark, and Depop being the most prevalent ones. But anyway, I do have a What Sold. This is what sold for me. Today is Monday. Let's see, what's the date today? September 22nd. And this is what's sold. I did go to the post office Saturday morning because I had a lot on Friday. I had a very big sales day on Friday. So this is Saturday afternoon through this morning. Well, it's like afternoon right now. So through this afternoon. So this is the end of Saturday, all day Sunday, and this morning. I had 2 sales this morning. I think I had maybe 2, I don't know, it was very slow. It has been a very slow weekend. I did have, especially on eBay, so I did have a couple sales this morning. So let's get into it. If I seem a little bit low energy today, it is because I have a massive sinus headache. My allergies are insane today, and nothing I am doing is making the headache go away. So what do you do when you just can't get rid of it and it's just the life thing? You just keep going. So I'm going to make this video anyway because I wanted to. And yeah, we're just going to get through it even with the headache. Alright, so first off, the first thing I had was on Mercari. I don't make a lot of sales on Mercari, but I make them every once in a while, and generally when I make them, they're decent sales. This, I'm not going to take it out of its packaging because I don't want to have to fold it back up, but this is just a olive green midi pencil skirt. It was new with tags, and it was a QVC brand, so it wasn't anything, you know, horribly exciting, but it was new with tags. I did get it at the thrift store when I went, and it was 50% off. And the cost of goods for me that day was $3.26, I think. So just a little over $3. And I listed it for, I think, $28.88, and I got an offer for $24, I believe it was $24.76 on Mercari, like either the day I listed it or the day after. I can't remember, but very quickly. So I accepted that offer right away because it was a great offer. So I paid $3.26. Fees on Mercari are only 10%, so really good. And then sold for almost $25. So this was a really great, very quick sale. The reason I did pick this up was because it was new with tags, and I know olive green is always a great fall color, and pencil skirts are having a moment right now. So it was hitting the style trend. It was hitting the fall colors. It was just hitting new with tags. It was hitting a lot of boxes. So I have a scrunchie. So anyway, I thought it was a good pickup, and it ended up being a great pickup. All right, next I sold this one on Depop. My sales on Depop have really been picking up, and I love it. I love selling on Depop. They have no seller fees. They do charge you the credit card fee, which is a very small amount, and I do boost everything on there, so there is an 8% boosting fee. So between those two, you're still hitting about the Mercari 10% rate. Way better than either Poshmark or eBay, so I love making sales on Depop. Alright, so what I sold was this denim midi skirt. Midi skirt. It is a denim midi skirt, and this one is not in my new packaging, so I have to take it out anyway. I have a new inventory system, and so I'm trying to quietly work, or slowly work everything into it. Alright, so I can show it to you. It is Loft, and it is just this really cute denim midi skirt with the slit in the front, and I thought it was very cute that it had the little denim zipper pull. It does have the zip up, and then it has a button inside, a little bit of elastic on the waist, but not really, and then it has just the patch pockets in the back and these little faux pockets. Oh no, these are real pockets. They just haven't been opened. You could open the stitching, and these front pockets would be real pockets. I did get this on a Whatnot sale that a friend of mine has every Wednesday. It's Lynn's Closet LLC if you want to go follow her on Whatnot. She has shows every Wednesday with $3 starts. I factor my cost of goods when I get things from her at $5 because I figure that gives me a little leeway with however much I might have spent on shipping or whatever. I just kind of do an average. So anyway, I have my cost of goods as $5 for these, for that skirt. I have sold, I think that's the 4th or 5th denim midi skirt in that basic style that I've sold so far this fall. Very popular. So this one, like I said, it sold on Depop. It sold in 35 days, so just a little over a month. It sold for $17.42. My fees were $1.40, and then I had the boosting fee of $1.39. $5 cost of goods, so I will make $9.53 on it. And I know I can hold on to things longer and maybe make more, but it was Loft. It wasn't a big denim brand. And, you know, my philosophy is to get it in and out in 90 days. I really like to get it in and out in 30 days. So if I can make a quick sale and still make around $10, I am happy with that. So this sale was great. And like I said, the lower fees on Depop allow me to take lower offers sometimes. All right, next was an eBay sale, and this was listed for 38 days, so in that same time frame. And this was just, I think I got this, let's see where I got this one. This one I got in the thrift store as well. Okay, $3.12 was my cost of goods that day. It sold for $16.79 on eBay. Oh no, I take it back. My fees were $3.12 on eBay. I paid 42 cents. I got this at the church sale. I went to the church bag sale where all of my cost of goods for everything was 42 cents. So I'll end up making about $16 actually on this. No, that's not right. I will end up making about 15, 12, 14, 15, I don't know. I haven't taken out the shipping, so I'll have to just make sure exactly what the shipping is. I always add a few ounces when I ship because, you know, I've gotten so many back where it says you owe more money and then it's way more expensive. So I just go up a little bit on the shipping, and usually I'm right on it or within 50 cents one way or the other, and I'm fine with that. But sometimes it does adjust it by, like I said, a small minute amount. So anyway, I sold for $16.79, and this is, when you see it, it's you know, definitely in that Y2K aesthetic. It is not from Y2K. It is not actually vintage Y2K, but it is just a very simple kind of long line button Henley, black and white striped, the rounded bottom, the V-neck. It's the perfect Henley from the brand So, which I think is at Kohl's. I get so mixed up between the Kohl's and the Target brand. I think it's Kohl's, but it's one of those. But anyway, you know, probably wasn't all that much new. So I think getting, you know, close to $17 was great. I'm perfectly happy with that. I picked this up, like I said, I would not pick up and pay $3 or $4, $5 for this, but for 42 cents at the bag sale, I knew I would make enough to make it worth my while. Okay, next we go back to Depop, and I sold a New Tags Fredericks of Hollywood. It's like a mesh asymmetrical bodysuit. It was kind of like open in the middle. It like hooked on one side, was open, and like went up one. It kind of went up and down. It was, I don't know how to explain it. Really cute, very hard to photograph. I took a low offer on this because I bought a box a while ago. It's been at least 6 months, probably getting closer to 9 months at this point, so well beyond my 90 days. And I bought a box of Fredericks of Hollywood. It was lingerie, it was sleepwear, there were some bathing suits in there. It was just kind of a hodgepodge. I bought it mainly to get the bras because I do really well selling bras. But I got some lingerie too, and some of it sold quickly. I think some more of it will probably sell when Valentine's rolls around again, but if I can get it out faster, I would, because like I said, I'm changing my inventory. I'm moving all of my stuff down 2 flights of stairs into the basement, all of my storage, and I'm just trying to get out whatever I can and make room. So anyway, it is in its little bag. They all came bagged in a Fredericks of Hollywood bag, but let me take it out. I can show it to you. It's really cute, and I think, but New Tags, but it's like long sleeve, and then you know, one shoulder, and then it hooks in the middle, and then it's got like a bikini bottom. So definitely would be something very nice for that romantic evening with your significant other. And I'm very happy to pass it along to someone who will get some use out of it, because things get absolutely no use sitting around in my storage. So like I said, Depop, and this sold for $8.90. My cost of goods was $3.15. So I only made $4 on this. I did not make a lot of profit, but as I said, it is out of my inventory now, and honestly, it was hard to photograph. It didn't look good in photographs. I was really happy just to have it leave. The next is another Depop order. Depop has been doing really well for me, like I said. This was actually mine. This was actually my own wardrobe. I got this in the 90s myself. It is a vintage Kasi Bali patchwork maxi dress. And I used boho cottage button pockets, batik, and I will show you why I used all that in a minute. Okay, so backstory. My parents owned a little boutique. I'm going to actually take this one out and show you, because it's such a pretty and very unique piece. My parents owned a boutique back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and this was something that they had in their boutique in different types of pieces, and they gave me several of them. And this is, when you measure, it didn't have a size, but when you measure it, it's a small, extra small. I don't think I ever wore it that much anyway, because honestly it's very long and it comes to past my ankles. But it's this beautiful patchwork dress. It buttons on the top. Oh no, it buttons all the way down. It's, if you can tell, it's just patchwork fabric. It does have pockets, midi to maxi length, depending if you're short like me, more than maxi length. It's 100% cotton. And this was actually made, like all of these fabrics that you see, these little, all of the squares, this is all made from vintage, what was vintage at the time, shirt fabrics. So they took shirts and they cut them into these squares and they made these patchwork pieces. So I had a romper, I think I had more when but what I still had was a romper, a maxi skirt, and this dress. And I held on to them for so long, just thinking that maybe, I don't know, some miracle would happen and I would just wake up one day and be a small again. And I just thought they were so beautiful. And then I just, you know, I came across them and I was like, what are you doing? Just get them to someone who will wear them. So I listed them. They were very popular on Depop. The skirt actually sold last week. It was a elastic waist skirt, same pattern, you know, obviously they're all unique. None of them have the same prints exactly and in the same place, but this was a maxi skirt, elastic waist pockets, same thing. That sold very fast in a bundle with another skirt, and that one sold, I think, for $27. And then this one sold. This one had, I want to say, over 100 likes on Depop within like a week. It was incredibly popular. A gorgeous dress. I knew these would be very popular. And this one sold. I think I accepted an offer for, no, that's not the right thing. Okay, I was going to say, I accepted an offer for $28. So I think I was sending offers for $29, and when someone sent me $28, I was like, that's very close. I'm not going to haggle over $1. My fees were only $1.70, so I'll make $26.30 on that, since I did not have any cost of goods. And on this skirt, I was about the same. I made about $25, $26, which is great for something that's just been sitting in my, you know, sitting in a bin, waiting for me to maybe wear it again someday for years. Now, I will also say that I could have held out, once again, I could have held out for more, but I am into, if I get a good price where I'm making a decent return, I want to move it in, move it out. I have so much more stuff to list. There's so much more stuff in my area to buy. Sourcing is the funnest part, and, you know, I just want to get as much stuff out to people that will love it as I can. So, this sold in 5 days. and the skirt sold in even less because I listed them on the same day. So the skirt I think might have sold in like 2 days or something like that. It sold the end of last week. Okay, so that was exciting. Those were good sales. And now we're on to what sold this morning. The first thing, I got an offer. I sent an offer. I looked and I had a few. I didn't even have, like on eBay it will tell you, give you a list of things and you can send offers if you'd like to. And I almost always send offers. And I hadn't even had that very much all weekend. Just incredibly so. It was like eBay shut down for me. But I sold this Karen Kane asymmetric hem tank top. And I'm going to tell you that I did not expect this to sell fast. It sold, I listed it this morning and someone liked it. I sent an offer. I sent, I think, a 25% offer because it's a tank top. It's very basic. And I thought, this is probably going to sit here for a long time, probably until next summer. And no, someone bought it at the 25% off price. So I sold it for $18.66. This was another thing that I got in a whatnot sale for $5, and my fees were $3.49. So I'll probably end up somewhere around $10 on this one as well, which I'm fine with because it is more of a summer piece. It is a very basic piece, and I'm just happy with it. There's nothing, like, it doesn't have spectacular materials or anything like that. It's just a very basic tank top here. It does have an asymmetric hem. It's a really beautiful royal blue color, but it's just not, I'll show you the tag. It is made in the USA. Anyway, I was surprised. Sometimes things surprise you. Sometimes you think things are going to sell right away and they don't. And then other times, the things you think are going to sit until the, the right season or whatever, sell right away. So you just never know. And this is an offer I just took. Someone sent me an offer for this just now, like maybe half an hour ago on eBay. So I went and grabbed it. I'm gonna leave it folded because it is folded very nicely. It is a cactus print little button-up shirt. It is a men's. It is Old Navy classic fit. What is this? Oh, the print is so small. Oh, it's slim fit. It is a slim fit. I bought it at the Ben's. I only paid $1, but I just thought the cactus print was so cute. But it's a very small size. It's a men's small slim fit shirt. So you already know that it's going to be a hard sell because of that. It is buttoned down. It has a really cute print, but I wanted to get it because I just wanted to give it a shot and not have it end up in the landfill, and I will probably continue to do that. So anyway, I accepted an offer for $10, so I'll probably only make about $4 or $5 on this, if that, but it's okay. I saved it from the landfill, and it's a really cute shirt, and I'm glad someone's going to get some use out of it. But anyway, that one sold in, it says it sold in 35 days, but that's not actually true. That has been listed way more than 35 days, so it has been relisted. So it sold within 35 days of being relisted on eBay. But I have some things like that sprinkled throughout my closet that I probably shouldn't pick up, but I probably will. And those, I'm just happy to sell them. And sometimes they go for great prices, and other times somebody sends me an offer and I'm just happy to take it and move it along and keep it out of the landfill, like I said. So anyway, that is my what sold for today. I'm going to get this packed up and get off to the post office, and then I might just take the rest of the day off because my head is actually starting to feel a little bit better. I just took some aspirin, and hopefully, I took Advil this morning, and I was like, I'll take Advil again, but then I'm like, let's try aspirin. Maybe that'll, I don't know. Anyway, wish me luck that my headache goes away. But anyway, I did want to make this video because I thought, mostly I wanted to show you the patchwork because I think it's just so cool. And also, this just to show you that you never know what's going to sell fast and what isn't. I mean, you can make your best educated guesses, but, sometimes things surprise you. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Remember, it's never too late to just, push through with the things you want to do sometimes, even when, I'm not saying do things when you're sick. That's not what I'm saying. But, you know, sometimes we face challenges to getting things done that we want to. Today, my challenge just happened to be a sinus headache. So sometimes you just have to push through those things that are getting in your way to get to that thing that you want to do. And I'm definitely glad I made the video. I will get it up. I don't know if I'm going to get up tonight because, like I said, I might come home and just lay down. But if not, I'll get it up tomorrow. So you will see this soon. And I'm trying to find my remote. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.